What's up, Periscope? With Credit Suite, and today we're talking again about business credit. As a matter of fact, we're actually going to be talking today about what's on business credit reports. I want to go through some business credit reports with you. I want to show you what kind of information is on business credit reports. I'm going to show you how lenders use business credit reports to determine if you'll get approved for financing and credit, how much you'll get approved for, and the rates and terms that you pay. Business credit's way different than consumer credit. In consumer credit, it's regulated by a law called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And the FCRA says that if any lender pulls your credit and uses it to make an adverse lending decision, they have to notify you that they pulled the credit, what reporting agency they used, etc., etc. Hey, Jazzy, welcome. So business credit, that doesn't apply. The Fair Credit Reporting Act doesn't apply to the business world, which means that credit issuers and lenders are oftentimes pulling your business credit. They're using it to make lending and credit issuing decisions, but they're not telling you that because they don't have to by law. So this means that when you apply for most loans or credit, it's being pulled. You probably don't even know that it is. Hey, Prince, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. Share it on Facebook. That's awesome. I've got all kinds of new alerts here with Periscope. So today, we're going to be looking at some credit reports. Now, in the past, I pulled Experian credit reports, but I can't do that anymore because Experian, like any reporting agency, they're not big of people that help people build or fix business credit, having the ability to access business credit reports. So as a result, we lost our ability to pull business credit reports when we tried to take a step of reporting to Experian our customers' payment history. But what I will be doing is pulling Credit Safe credit reports. Now, Credit Safe is another reporting agency, and they often basically gather data even from places like the other reporting agencies. So if you have established business credit and it's good or it's bad, then more than likely it's going to be good or bad with all the reporting agencies, including Credit Safe, D&B, Equifax, and Experian. So today we're going to be looking at some past Experian reports that we pulled so you can see how those look. We're also going to be doing Credit Safe reports in real time right here with you. So if you want your credit report looked at to see if you have a credit report, you don't have a credit report, what's on there, your score, your payment trends, etc., then we're going to be able to do so. As a matter of fact, Credit Safe has more information than we've ever been able to review with Experian. So it's really fantastic because stuff that you only have on Experian and not on D&B, or only on D&B and not on Experian, we can't pull that if we only pull a D&B or Experian report, but we can oftentimes see that on a Credit Safe report. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today, is jumping in, reviewing business credit reports, reviewing yours, reviewing others, and seeing how all this, what we've talked about over the last 4 or 5 weeks, actually looks on business credit reports. Because if you look back through our scopes, we've talked about what business credit is. We talked about the benefits, why you want to build it. Then we talked about all the steps, right? We talked about how you build your credibility. We talked about how you get your business credit reports, or how you know for free if you're set up with a reporting agency. We talked about getting vendor accounts. We talked about getting store accounts, fleet and cash credit accounts. We talked about so many of those specifics that today we're going to make a little bit of an adjustment, and we're actually going to look and see how all this looks on real business credit reports to tie it all together. So that being said, let's start by seeing if there's anybody here that wants to have your business credit report reviewed. If you do, this is what I need, and this is all I need. I need to know the company's name, Hartley Engineering and Analysis. Now let's do it one at a time because Periscope doesn't let me save your comments. So the problem with that is Hartley Engineering, I think it is. So the problem with that is that if you're all typing it in, then I'm not going to see what you're doing. So do me a favor. Hartley Engineering, you're the first one in there. That's exactly what we're going to look at. It just logged me out. So let me get logged back in here, and I will pull Hartley to start with. So Hartley, if you don't mind, go ahead and give me the name of your company again. And then what I'm looking for is I want to know the city and state that you're in. Hey, Pastor, welcome. So that's what I'm looking for, is the name of the company, and then I also want to see the city and state that you're in. So Hartley Engineering, I don't need the LLC and all that other stuff. Just give me, I think it was Hartley Engineering, and everybody else, Chasing Andrew Jackson, wait just a second, I will pull yours. But I can only do one at a time, and the way the Periscope works, your comment just disappeared, and I won't have it. So Hartley Engineering and Analysis in Portland, Oregon. Okay, so Hartley and Analysis, and let me look at this. Okay, and analysis. All right, so let me see analysis and see if I can pull this up. and see if this pulls up or if we pull anything up. So far, I'm not pulling any kind of business credit report at all for you with Credit Safe. So let me type just Hartley Engineering and see if that pulls up. Now that actually pulls up some options, but I actually pull something up in Colorado. So let me see if I could pull this up in Oregon real quick. And then what I'll do is I will show you and see if anything pulls up here. So I don't see anything for you yet in Credit Safe. So Credit Safe, Hartley Engineering, I don't see anything. This is what I actually see. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's so cool. You can't even spell and you're slamming people. That's funny. Okay, so here is exactly what I see. So I could type in your name, I could type in Oregon, and I see some options of people that look kind of like you, but I don't actually see anybody here that actually has a business credit report that matches Hartley Engineering. Let me just go to Hartley and see if I could just pull up something like that and see if that pulls up. But you can see here, I don't see any business credit report. That's not common. CreditSafe often doesn't have some of the information that the other reporting agencies have, so that's not common. Okay, so somebody else, go ahead and give me your information. Well, the next person that's up, first person, okay, Credit Consultant Services and Paramount. Okay, Credit Consultant, okay, services. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Credit Consultant Services, and you are in California, and we'll see how this pulls up. Service, or man, I am a two-hand typer, guys, so when I'm holding the phone, I can only use one. Okay, you said California. That's funny because there's one in Oregon. Okay, so go ahead and type in the city that you're in again. You're in California, you said. So first of all, there's a lot of them in Oregon, obviously, we can see. And I don't see anything that pulls up. Now, here's consultant services in California, but that doesn't sound, you're in Paramount, California. So I don't see anything that pulls up for you either. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't have a report with Experian. You definitely could, even if they know you exist. But it doesn't look like you have a lot of trade lines reporting. If you are, hey couples, welcome. So you can see here, Credit Consultant Services, California, just looking at the whole state, I don't need the city. And I have some options that come up, but nothing that looks like it is you. So go ahead and type in the next one so we can look and see. Hopefully we can pull somebody up here today. Business cards did not report. Well, Prince, they might report. They might just not be on Credit Safe. So that's what we got to look at. RJ's Internet, RJ's in. Okay, let me see if this is this is exactly what you just typed in. So is this the company name? And let me know, are any of these you? RJ's Interiors. You keep missing me. I'm not gonna miss you, Ken's girl. We'll get you. Don't get me wrong. I'm just taking the next one that pops up every time. Okay, so I see, Pastor, you got to hold on because I'm in the middle of one and your comment's going to disappear before I am able to do it. So you're in Upland, California. Is any of these you, the RJ's Interiors? Is this you by chance? Or go ahead and type in and let me know if this is you. RJ's. No. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. RJ's INT. Okay, so I have RJ's here. Now, are any of these your addresses? So RJ's INT LLC. Okay, I don't see anything that matches that exactly. I say RJ's, I don't see anything LLC. And then let me know what city you're in too. And let's see, 876 North Mountain. Okay, so I don't see anything here that looks like you. And then I'm going to type in LLC to do one more. We're striking out here. A lot of people don't have. And this isn't surprising because if you don't have a lot of credit reporting, you might not show up here like you might show up on Credit at Experian even if you don't have any credit reporting. Okay, so I don't see anything for you. Do you see anything here that looks like you? If not, then I'm not pulling any kind of report. I know my score went down because of my car. Christine, I was behind. Okay, so let me know. Okay, so nope. So it doesn't look like a Credit Safe has any information. Now, one of the other reporting agencies might, but Credit Safe doesn't. All right, so the next one up, remember, the first one that gets in here, I can't. Okay, Captivation Craft in Detroit. Captivation Craft. Okay, so Captivation Craft in Detroit. Don't worry, guys. Don't get frustrated if I haven't got to you yet. Captivation Craft, because I'll tell you what's going to happen is I'm going to get to everybody. Okay, so I'll stay here to make sure I get to all of you. So don't get frustrated if you're not the first one to type it in. Don't worry. Okay, we don't have a ton of people here today, so people probably aren't going to beat you to the punch. Okay, so here we go. Captivation. I have some variation here. I have Captivation. Okay, I have Captivation Homes. Craft Precision. Captivation looks in Granville, Michigan, but that doesn't look like I'm really pulling much of anything up for you either here with Captivation Craft. Now, I'll do Captivation just to see if you're here, but you said you're in Detroit, and I'm not seeing Captivation Craft Media. That's actually what I just pulled up, and I don't think it pulled anything up. But I don't see. So I'm going to go do Captivation real quick, see if we can pull something up right here for you. And it doesn't look like you have any, because I don't think any of these are you, because none of these are Detroit. All right, somebody else go ahead and give me yours. Go ahead and throw one out, because we're striking out so far here. So go ahead and throw your company name out and the state that you're in, and let me see if I can pull up your credit report. Okay, so Queen Status in Orlando. So let's try Queen. Okay, Queen, and let's go to Orlando. Let's go to Florida here. Queen Status, okay, Florida. So Queen, and then we'll go to Status, okay, in Florida, and we'll see if we pull something up here. Okay, so I don't think, now is that right, Queen Status? Tell me if that's right, yes or no. Queen Status, and I know there's more to your name, but even that little bit should pull something up in Florida. Is that accurate? Let me know, yes or no, is that accurate? If that is the company name in the state, or if I misspelled any of that. And this is what I'm pulling up, Express. Okay, so Queen Status, is it Queen Status Express? So just let me know if that's actually incorrect. Is this correct, yes or no? And if not, hey Ty, hey, how are you doing? Good. Everything's good here. Then let me know. I'm not pulling anything up here for Queen Status. Yes, okay, so it doesn't look like that you have Black Queen Status. It doesn't look like you have anything that's reporting, at least with Credit Safe, as you can see here. I don't see anything. All right, so go ahead and type in somebody else. Type in your company name, JF Transportation in Nashville. Okay, so let me see here if I can do. Let's go ahead and do Tennessee first, and we'll see if we can pull something up here. JF Transportation, J.F Transportation, JF Transportation. Okay, so I've got a bunch of these. Now, are you corporation, Chasing Andrew Jackson? I think, is this you right here, J and F Transportation Corp? Does that look like you, or does any of these look like you? LLC, so you're LLC. Okay, so let's go into JF Transportation, and let's just do a full search and see what options pull up here. Okay, so I see JF Transportation, and I'm just going to go ahead and search this, and we'll see. So I've got, well, actually, it's actually really weird because none of those things look like, okay, so let's go ahead and do JF Transportation again and see what pulls up here. Okay, so I see JF Transportation, it's giving me an option of, and include branches. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a search here. JF Mechanical, J&J Transportation, J&F Transportation. I don't see J&F Transportation here, though. I see J&J. I see J&F. J&M Transportation. Are any of these, do any of these look like you? And let me see if I could just type in Nashville here. Nashville. Let me see if that actually helps us narrow it down at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to Nashville here. And let's go to J. Man, I don't see anything for J&F. Doesn't even pop up here, at least on Credit Safe, as you can see here. So I'm not seeing anything that looks like it's popping up for J&F Transportation. We seem to be lucking out today. Tell me about it. Well, it's not necessarily lucking out. What happens, unfortunately, is Credit Safe doesn't have the same amount of information as what some of the other guys do, which is why I don't usually use Credit Safe unless I'm forced to. So that could be part of it here. That's so weird because I'm going to do JF Transportation because you can see it does not like that JF at all. When I type that in, J.F, let me do that, JF Transportation. And let me see if I can pull something up there. I can't. Nashville, let me see if I can do this and see if this will pull up. Transportation Corp, even though you're not Corp, let me just see if something were to pull up there. I'm not seeing anything there. It looks like we all, yeah, it looks like we all need Credit Suite. I love that comment. Yeah, weird. Well, it might just be that you're not here with Credit Safe. And that definitely could be part of the problem, is that you're just not here with search by number. That's a possibility. So we could try that as well. Although, do you have a tax ID number? If anybody has a tax ID number, let's try a tax ID number in a state. Let's see if we can maybe get a better result. Maybe it's just the name. Tie all my 6 Experian net posts, but none of my D&B don't. What can I do? Call the creditors that are supposed to report to D&B, and in doing so, you will be able to ask them about it. And so if you do that and you just call D&B, or if you just call the creditors and contact the creditors that are supposed to report and do that, then that should actually be good for you too. So I just pulled that EIN chasing energy action. I'm not showing you anything here on Credit Safe. So I might need to take a step to get set up with D&B here, guys. But let's try let's try a few other searches. So give me another company name and a city. Okay, there's another. Actually, let me try this EIN 814752926. Okay, and then the Mall of Sports in Granville, Michigan. I'm going to try to get you to you in just a second. Okay, the Mall of Sports. Let me try this here. The Mall of Sports. The Mall of, let's see, the Mall of Sports. Okay, and I think, I'm not sure what city you said you're in or state, but we'll go ahead and just do a search here. Okay, so go ahead and do me a favor and let me know what city or state that you're actually in. And then I can figure that out. Again, so whoever it is, the Mall of Sports, actually I have Nashville pulled up here. That's probably part of the problem. So let's try to do that again. Here's what I pull up. Mall of Mainland, but I don't have TW Sports, the Mall of Atlanta, the Mall of Americas. That would be nice if you were Mall of Americas, right? So I don't pull up anything for the Mall of Sports. I don't see that you have any credit established. At least it's reporting to Credit Safe, from what I can see. But do me a favor. Go ahead and type in again what state that you're in. I can't remember off the top of my head what state you're in. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pull this up. So let me do Mall of Sports. If you don't mind, go ahead and type in the city or in Michigan. Okay, Mall of Sports is in Michigan. So let me see if we could pull something up here. And we can look at this from here. Okay, so Mall, nope, I don't have anything. For Mall of Sports doesn't pull up in Michigan at all. All right, so somebody else, type in your company name, the state that you're in. Let's see if we can get something pulled up here. Okay, Queen Status Express is the full name. And then we'll go back, 813550577, Queen Status Express. But I don't know it, well, let's see, Queen Status Express. Let's see if we can pull you up just based on that and no city. Okay, and if that doesn't pull up, then we will go ahead and try Florida, I think you said. And you said Queen Status Express. Does NAV doesn't give a full report. They give snapshots of report. So status, Queen Status Express. NAV is a great service, guys, to get an overview of your credit reports, but they don't pull up. Maybe this might be Hialeah, Florida. Well, no, that's not it. You're not Queen Status Express. This is what I pull up. NAV, guys, is a great service. They give you snapshots of when you're on your business credit reports, but they won't, and your scores, but they won't give you your full business credit report and score. You've got to use a reporting agency like D&B, Equifax, Experian, Credit Safe, etc. to pull up a full report. We're not having any luck today. So this might be the absolute first live failed experiment we've done. Somebody else type in your company name, city, and state, and let's see. Weird. Who does Credit Safe pull from? They get data from a lot of places. Not me. I'm in Orlando. They get data from a lot of places. Let me try this one. Keona Fellowship Ministries. Okay. K-O-O-I-N-O-N-O-I-A. Is that right? Let me know if that's right. I wasn't able to. Do me a favor. Type in your company name again just so I could type that in. Power Home Construction. Everybody wait. Okay. K-O-I-N-O-N-I-A. Okay, let's see if we can pull that up. It's a pretty unique name. This is what I pull up. Do any of these look like you? Church of Sports, Christian Fellowship, Inc., Christian Center. I think you said Christian Fellowships, possibly. This might be you. Does this look like you? Go ahead and type in a comment real quick. Does that look like your name there? If you don't mind, please type that in. And if not, then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do a search here. Fellowship Ministries. Yeah, that's not what pulls up, but this is it. And then what's your city and state that you're in? So you can see here, here's all the results that pull up. Partners, homes, but I don't see anything that says Fellowship Ministries, but we still might be able to pull it up if you have your city and state. So tell me your city and state real quick and let me pull it up based on your company name and the actual city and state, and I'll see if I can pull it up that way. Christine, I will. Give me just a second here. Laurel, Maryland. And then let's see, Christine, let's see if yours pulls up. So, Kia, this might be, well, this is what I pull up here. Do any of these look like your addresses in Maryland? Here we go. So here's 3 results that pull up. Do any of these look like your address in Maryland? Yay, nay? Nope. Okay. Christine, what's your transportation company's name? Credit Suisse has an open lawsuit for confidentiality violations. That's funny. No, actually, this isn't confidentiality, guys. What you guys need to know about that is that this is public information. Anybody can do this. As a matter of fact, if you go to places like D&B, they will even give you access to other companies' credit reports. Guys, business credit reports are public information. Remember, one of the benefits we talk about with building business credit is that anybody can look at your reports. Your customers, your prospects, your clients, your competitors, because the information on your business credit reports is public information. It's public knowledge. So with consumer credit reports, somebody has to have your permission to pull your credit report. It's called permissible purpose, right? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act says if somebody doesn't have your permission or permissible purpose from you to pull your consumer credit report, they could be fined like $1,000 per occurrence. The business credit world is absolutely not the same. Anybody that wants to can easily pull your business credit reports. They don't need your permission to pull your business credit reports. As a matter of fact, if you sign up for companies like D&B and get your own business credit reports, they'll even let you pull other companies' business credit reports the same. So that's why we can do this, and that's one of the reasons we do this experiment, is just so you can see how anybody can actually access your information if they want to. Your prospects, your competitors, your clients, anybody. And this is one of the reasons you want to build business credit. So you look like a credible business when they do a search to actually pull something up. So if, again, I kind of got sidetracked there. If you have another one, Power Home Construction. Okay, so let's do that. Power Home Construction. If you don't mind, go ahead and I will get to everybody here. I know everybody else, a lot of other people typed in some comments. I will go. But let me do one at a time here. So Power Home Construction. Okay, Power Home. And I see a lot of different things pull up that's similar, but I don't see anything necessarily for Power Home Construction pulling up. So let's do a real quick search. Active. Let's do a search real quick in New Jersey and see if anything pulls up. Power Construction, I see that's New Jersey. That's Maryland. So let's go here to New Jersey and see if we could pull something up there. Power Construction, Powerhouse Construction in New Jersey. Okay, so these are the ones that actually pull up, as you can see here. LLC. Power Up Construction, Powerhouse Construction, which is pretty close to yours, in Newark. Power Home Construction, LLC. But as you can see here, I'm not seeing Power Home Construction, LLC pop up. Christine, if you don't mind, type in your company's name. I'd like to see if you guys have a report here on CreditSafe. I probably should have done an actual a test run here. We pull reports all the time, so I'm surprised we haven't been able to pull one up. But go ahead, if you don't mind, type in your company name and the city or the state that you're in. And if you don't mind, even Christine, jump in. Let me pull yours. Let me see if we can actually pull a report here. Maybe CreditSafe is broken today. I don't know. But if you don't mind, go ahead and type in a company name and a city and state. And what we will do is I will then pull your business credit report, see if we can pull something up here. Power Home Construction, though, we had some, we're close. But I definitely don't have anything that pulls up specifically when we type in the Power Home Construction. So if anybody else has a company name that hasn't thrown it out, Rosewood Credit Services in Dallas. Okay, so Rosewood Credit Services, and we'll go ahead and change this to Texas. Okay, so let's go ahead and change this to Texas. Where am I at here? Rosewood Credit Services. Credit Services. Okay, and let's see if something pulls up here. Services. Okay, and here we go. Boom, search in Texas. Okay, Rosewood Credit Services, and these are what I pull up. I don't think Rosewood Corporation, Rosewood Credit Counseling Services pulls up, but Rosewood Credit Services doesn't pull up here. So Christine, if you don't mind, I know you've got a bunch of established credit. I'm not sure if everyone here has credit, if they know of or not. If you're here, Christine, do me a favor. Type in your company name that you have some credit under, and then let's take a look, and let's see if we can actually pull up your result here, and we'll go through it. Bust. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you go live. You know, we've pulled so many Experian reports that we've had no problem, but CreditSafe is not, it doesn't usually, Christine's in Salisbury. CreditSafe is not uncommon for to have less information than what we actually might find on some of the other credit reporting agencies, but I've never not been able to pull up any records before. This is actually pretty weird. But again, Justine, I don't have Justine's Jewelers. If I just type in, let me type in Justine in South Carolina and see what comes up. And what is that again? You said it's Justine's Jewelry, but I don't have anything that pops up there either. Okay, so this is a bust. So I'm going to have to go back to this and redo this. What we'll probably do is take a step to get set up with a company like D&B so we can pull and take a look at those reports. Because what I'm seeing here isn't giving us what we're looking for. I tried to pull up a bunch of you guys' reports, but nothing is pulling up on CreditSafe. So what I'm going to do when I'm not live is I'm going to do a little bit of experimentation and see if I can pull up some other reports to figure out if it's just a weird thing that's going on today where nobody seems to have business credit, or maybe that's not the case. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do some research here to see if I can pull up some other companies. So I'm sorry, this is the first live stream. It's been a complete bust, but we're not able to pull up anybody's report. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some other changes so we have the ability and a greater ability to pull some reports through other reporting agencies. I was really not thinking CreditSafe would be a bust, and I apologize to you that it is, but unfortunately when we do live streams like this is kind of sometimes the way that it works out. So what we'll do is I will go ahead and see you guys next week. We're going to talk about some really cool stuff next week about how to get loans, how to get credit for your business, and we will revisit this. I will actually come back to this, do some research, and get us better access where we can do some actual credit pulls and actually show you some results, unlike this, which is the bust. Random question, where do you get your polo shirts from? We get them from Land's End Outfitters. Land's End has done a pretty good job for us on polo shirts. We like them, and we've ordered a bunch of them from there. So that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm sorry this was a bust today, but I promise you next week will be much better. We'll get back to the whiteboard. We'll dump in and talk about a lot of content. We'll talk about some loans. We'll talk about some credits you can get. So we'll talk about some other things. Hey, Shazri, I know I mispronounced that, but thank you very much for coming. So again, guys, my apology we weren't able to pull your reports today. We have some success with CreditSafe. It's never been this much of a bust. It obviously was, but I will make it up to you with some really, really, really valuable content next week. And I'm going to do better to get better access to reports so we have a better chance sharing with you guys. Sorry it was a bust today, but I promise I'll make it up for you next week, and I'll do some research on this. So in the future, when we pull your reports, we're going to have some better success. So thank you guys, everybody, very much for coming. I'm sorry it was a bust, but again, I promise you I'll make it up for you next week when we dive in and pull some actual reports of the future here, and we talk a little bit more about getting credit financing. You rock. Thank you guys very much for the thank yous. Thank you for the rocks. Thanks for the share. Thanks for coming. Sorry it was a bust today, but like I said, I promise that I'll make it up to you next week. Do companies need your DUNS number to report? No, they don't need your DUNS number to actually report. To D&B, they do. You can't get a D&B Paydex score, and you can't get items reported with D&B, but not with other reporting agencies. So thanks everybody for coming. Sorry this one didn't work out as I planned it to work out, but I promise I'll make it up to you next week, and I will get a better ability to pull credit reports to review with you guys in the future as well. Thanks everybody. Have a good day.